My name is Barry Fitzgerald. I've got a secret. Do you think you can guess what it is?
From the new self-neutralizing home permanent that's so much easier. And White Rain, the wonderful new lotion shampoo that leaves your hair sunshine bright, presents I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a very pleasant sound. I hope that our show is as pleasant to listen to. This, as you may have guessed, is another edition of I've Got a Secret, as Barry Fitzgerald says, a Snoopy sort of a game in which we reveal the awful truth about some very nice people just for fun. Tonight we have some information about the private lives of some very interesting folk, which they're going to try to keep secret from our panel. And now I would like very much to have you meet our panel. First of all, the bright young television personality, Mr. Bill Cullen. Then the lovely motion picture and television actress, Miss Jane Meadows. Then one of the truly fine comedy actors of America, Mr. Eddie Bracken. And our happy addition, the bright star of movies and the theater, Miss Kitty Carlisle. That is our panel. And Miss Carlisle, may I tell you that we are so grateful that you are with us tonight. Tonight on Broadway, Miss Carlisle's husband has a play opening up. Moss Hart has a play which is opening night tonight. The name of it is what of Eden, Kitty?
The Climate of Eden.
The Climate of Eden. You are an angel to forego that to be with us tonight. Best of luck.
As long as you said that, anything I say tonight that's brilliant is completely accidental.
We will wish you luck. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to introduce you to a gentleman who has tonight's first. Now, how about it, panel? Are you ready to get rocking on tonight's I Got a Secret show?
That's it.
All right, let's get the show on the road. Let's have our first contestant, please. Good evening, sir. Would you please tell the panel what your name is and where you're from, please?
Name is Collins from New York City.
Mr. Collins from New York City. All right, now, panel, you remember how we play the game. Each panelist will get 2 questioning periods of 15 seconds each, but the clock will only time the actual questions. That is, we take time off for audience reaction and discussion if necessary. When a panelist's time is up, he will hear this sound. And I will pay our guest $10 and turn the game over to the next questioner. Twice around the panel for a total loss of $80, and the game is over. Now then, Mr. Collins, if you will whisper your secret to me, we will reveal it at the same time to the folks at home. The hard way, huh? Well, now, to help classify this secret, panel, I will tell you that it is something that Mr. Collins is, and we will start our questioning with Bill Cullen.
Something that you are, Mr. Collins?
That's right.
Is it that you are an expert at something?
No.
Is it you're not?
No.
Well, this thing that you are, whatever it is, did it take a lot of hard work and intensive preparation?
No.
Intensive preparation, no.
Could this then be something that just happened overnight?
No.
No.
Did you make the newspapers with this thing that you are, whatever it is that you are?
Yes.
Was there a political organization behind this?
We can quit worrying about things like that since past Tuesday.
Speaking of Tuesday, did this have something to do with something you did in the voting booth on Tuesday?
No.
All right, there's $10 down and $70 to go. Miss Jane Meadows, please.
Mr. Collins, if I were to look at you closely, could I tell what your secret is?
No.
No? Then you did something. It's something that you did to make you become this.
It's something that happened to him. It's something that he
had
is.
to do something to be it, to have become it. Yes? You said that when you became this thing, you got in the newspapers.
Yes.
If I were to become the same thing, would I get into the newspapers?
Well, if you did, you would get a headline.
Could I become this thing?
No.
I couldn't.
I hardly think. You not only get a headline, you get the whole front page.
You have to be a man to become this
Yes.
thing. You do.
Yes.
Did this have anything to do with your marriage?
Yes.
It did? Did it
Yes.
have anything to do with the number of wives you have by any chance?
No.
No?
There's $20 down and $60 to go. Mr. Eddie Bracken, please.
Did it have anything to do with the number of children you might have had?
Yes.
All at once?
Yes.
All at once? Triplets?
No.
Quadruplets?
Yes.
That is precisely
It took me 8 years to get that far.
Well, he is the father of quadruplets. I'm sure we all read about it. Mr. Collins from the Bronx, three and a half years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How are the kids now?
Well, big. Almost as big as you are, Gary.
That wouldn't have to be very big. Quickly, tell me what their names are.
Evan, Andrew, Bob, and Linda.
Can you tell them apart?
No, I have to have Stevie, the oldest fellow, to do that for me.
Well, let's look at the picture that we have up there of them, and I don't think I could tell them apart either. Give them our very, very best
Wish I could get a
from the makers of Prom Home Permanent. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. New York. Now, let's have our next contestant, shall we? On I've Got a Secret. Will you come in, sir? Now, panel, we are not going to tell you this gentleman's name because if we did, it might very possibly give away the secret. Now, sir, if you will remind me of what your secret is, we'll show it to the folks out there. Shows you can do anything if you put your mind to it, doesn't it? To help classify this secret, panel, I will tell you that this is something that he did. We are all set to go, and we'll start the cross-examination with Miss Kitty Carlisle, please.
Well, Mr. X, was this something that was newsworthy? It appeared in the newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
Did it have to do with something like an award or an honor, a sports event?
Well, that's three questions in one, but I think we have to say it was neither an award, an honor, or what is it? It was an honor?
Mr. X thinks it was a great honor.
Well, that is Mr. X's opinion.
Was it something that you did a long time ago?
Not too long.
Not too long ago. Within the last 5 years?
No.
No, within the last 10 years?
Yes.
Did it involve a trip? Did you have to go somewhere to do this?
No.
Did you do it outdoors?
There's $10. What was your question?
Did he do it outdoors?
Did you do this out of doors, sir?
Yes.
He did. $10 down. It's a dandy place for it. And $70 to go. Mr. Bill Cullen, please.
This thing that you did, was it a physical action?
Somewhat.
Would it help me to know what portion of your body was involved in what you did?
I'm afraid it would, but I would rather you wouldn't pursue it.
Well, now I know that portion of the body. In other words, you're throwing my whole train of thinking off. In other words, this is something that you accomplished, a physical accomplishment. You did something to another person, was it?
No.
Was it?
I'm sorry, Mr. Cullen, your time is up. There's $20 down and $60 to go. Miss Jane Meadows, please.
Mr. X, did somebody do something to you?
No.
No. Is there an object involved in this thing that you did?
Yes.
There is. Is it an animate object?
Yes.
It is. Would it be an animal of some kind?
Yes.
Would it be a human animal?
No.
A four-legged animal?
No.
A two-legged animal. Is there something odd about this?
I'll have to allow that. Is there something odd?
Is there something, I didn't mean odd, but is this animal by any chance indigenous to this country? Would it be unique?
No.
This animal is not unique. It is in this country, isn't it?
No, it is not indigenous to this country.
Oh, it is not.
Said. Is that
All
what
right,
you
fine.
said?
$30 down and $50 to go. Mr. Eddie Bracken?
A two-legged animal, that's what it is? Would it be something like a kangaroo?
No.
It would... would it be
Something has delighted
a
Mr.
bird
Cullen.
of any kind? Would it have any feathers? Would it be a bird?
It could qualify as being a bird.
Would it be an ostrich?
Yes.
It would be an ostrich.
Yes.
Now, I want to find out...
There's $40 down and $40 to go. Miss Carlisle is about to jump down your throat, Mr. X.
This is something that you did to an ostrich? This is something an ostrich did to you? Neither one. But you were close to an ostrich when it happened.
At the moment of happening, you must have been.
Yes.
Did it have anything to do with the ostrich's feathers? Had nothing to do with something that is made from the ostrich. It was a live bird.
There's two questions.
Yeah. Was it a live bird?
Was it a live bird?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it was live. But $50 down, $30
It
to
was
go,
live,
Mr. Bill
maybe at
Cullen,
one
please.
time.
Well, before I go any further, I'd like to know what is this indigenous? No.
It's native, but
We have established that it is something you did to an ostrich. Is that right?
No, it is not.
No.
Something you, and the portion of the body I can't pursue. Did you have anything to do with, well, let's put it this way. When a child is born, a doctor is always present in order to see that everything goes well. Did you have anything to do with the birth of an ostrich?
Yes.
And it would help me to know the portion of your body that was involved in this. Did you... I don't know how you could without breaking it, but did you hatch an ostrich for somebody? For the other ostrich?
that is the gentleman's secret. He sat on and hatched out an ostrich egg. That's right. This is the fabulous publicity man, Jim Moran. You would have known him if I'd said it. He not only hatched out an ostrich egg, but he set himself and solved the problem. He found a needle in a haystack, and he also sold refrigerators to Eskimos.
How long did it take to hatch the egg?
23 days, but the total period of time, if I were to hatch it all out by myself, would be 43 days, but I had 20 days start, but with some ostriches' help.
Let me...
Let me ask you one question, Jim. How did it feel to be a mother?
Oh, I don't consider myself a mother. I consider myself the father.
Did you have to put your head in the ground in any way?
Before this gets any further afield, I think we better give the $50, which is all he won, to Jim Moran and say thanks very much, Jim, for Bob Home. So, let us welcome next our special guest, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best-loved figures in the entire theatrical world, Mr. Barry Fitzgerald. It's so nice, Mr. Fitzgerald, to be working for a change with somebody who's a little bit smaller than I am. That seldom happens. Now then, panel, let's see how quickly we can expose Mr. Fitzgerald's secret. We will play the game as before, except, of course, that any money that he wins will go to Mr. Fitzgerald's favorite charity. Now, sir, will you whisper it to me while the folks at home share your secret with me? Is this true? With me, it's the other way around. Well, let's go on and play. This concerns something, panel, that has an effect on Mr. Fitzgerald, and we will start the questioning off with Mr. Eddie Bracken.
Is this a happy effect that it has?
Pardon? That English accent, you know.
Is it a happy effect that this effect?
No.
It isn't happy. But then does it bother or upset you in any way?
Not seriously.
But in the sense of the secret, sir, I think we'd have to say that it has a bothering effect, yes.
Is it a living thing that upsets you?
Yeah.
Is it something that can be found in a zoo?
Yeah, it could be found in the zoo.
Actually, it could.
Does it lay eggs?
No.
Now, you didn't have to hatch one, I can see that. Well, is it something that bites?
They could, yes.
Well, if it bites, could it be considered dangerous?
Yeah, I guess.
That's a matter of opinion, I would have to say. To Mr. Fitzgerald, it's dangerous. To most of us, I wouldn't say that.
Well, what I'm trying to get at, if I had one, would I allow my friends to play with it?
Mr. Fitzgerald and I agree that you'd be crazy if you did. $10 down and $70 to go, Miss Kitty Carlisle, please.
Well, I hesitate to even ask Mr. Fitzgerald a question. I admire him so. I'm overcome. But
Person of good taste.
as long as we're here for that purpose, this is a human animal.
Mm-hmm.
This is a human animal.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fitzgerald, is it a lady?
Yes, it is.
This is a lady that has a bad effect on you?
So far as ladies can have a bad effect, yes.
This is not a member of your family?
No.
Is this ladies in general?
Yes.
Ladies in general have a bad effect on you?
No.
Well, it's a specific type of...
Specific, yeah.
A specific type of lady?
Yeah.
Oh. Somebody that you know well?
Not any particular individual, no.
Not any particular.
There is $20 down and $60 to go. No, I think we must make it clear that this is not a particular individual. It is a type of ladies.
This type of ladies, are they indigenous to the United States? I like that word.
Speak by language.
I don't know what it means either.
No, they certainly are not.
In other words, there is a certain type of lady that has an effect on you that is not considered pleasant. Is that right? Is the type of lady who has this effect on you more attractive than unattractive?
Yes, yes.
Pretty ladies have this effect on you?
No,
Not pretty ladies.
definitely not.
Sir, I think the way we stated the question, excuse us.
All right.
Chat, will you?
I'll sing.
Yes, I beg your pardon.
Yes, Bill. Pretty ladies do have this effect on it.
And it's a not pleasant effect, is that right? Could it be that pretty ladies frighten you?
Well, I think we'd have to let it go at that. That's close
yes, I
enough.
think
Pretty
that's
ladies
very
make
close.
Mr. Fitzgerald nervous, if
They
you
do?
can imagine. That seems a very odd secret, sir. Is that really true that pretty ladies make you nervous?
Well, it's true, pretty ladies do make me nervous, but ugly ones make me much nervouser.
Mr. Fitzgerald from Prom Home Permanent, thanks very much for being our guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry Fitzgerald. And let's greet our next contestant on I've Got a Secret. Now, may we have your name, please, and where you are from?
Mr. Millay from Michigan City.
Mr. Mallet, and he is from Michigan City, which is in Indiana, oddly enough. Now, you have a secret for our panel to discover, right? All right, you whisper it to me. We'll show it to the folks at home. Did you get your money's worth?
Yes, sir.
You did, huh? All right, now to help classify this secret panel, we will tell you that it is something that Mr. Mallet found, and we'll start the questioning off with Bill Cullen.
This thing that you found, Mr. Millay, was it worth more than $10? Is it decorative?
Is it decorative?
Yes.
Is it the kind of a thing that you can hang on the wall? You put flowers in this thing.
Put flowers in this thing? No.
Does this have any movable parts?
Mr. Mallet, will you move a little closer to me, please, here, so we can share this fine.
It has movable parts.
Yes.
Is this the type of thing that is often found at the breakfast table? Can you put a slice of bread in this?
Yes, you can put a slice of bread in it.
If you use this thing improperly, would you be apt to blow a fuse or something?
He says yes. He is speaking in the colloquial. I will have to say no, not specifically and actually blow a fuse. $10 down and $70 to go. Miss Jane Meadows, please.
Mr. Millay, when Bill asked if the thing that you found was decorative, I heard a whistle from the audience. Is it by any chance an animate object?
Yes.
Would it be a woman?
I hope so.
Yeah. Yes.
Would it be your wife?
Yes.
Then she could blow a fuse, I think.
And you could certainly put a slice of toast in her mouth.
Very good.
What do we want from the secret? We want to know where you found your wife? Where you found her. I gather there's something very unusual about the place you found her.
Miss Meadows, when you say where you found her, this does not mean a geographic location. To be more specific, we would have to say how rather than
How
where.
you found her.
Can't let you go straight up front.
Well, the how of your finding her, would it be a building or if it isn't a geographical location, would it be something like a building that would be unusual?
No, it is, I say, it is not a specific place where he found her. It is more a method.
I see.
$20 down and $60 to go. Mr. Eddie Bracken, please.
Did you belong to some sort of a club? The Lonely Hearts Club or something of its nature? You didn't write to her that you were lonely and she didn't come. Did it happen?
No,
through-
that is
through
an
the
edit
mail?
panel. I've just been given the signal that our time is up. We're going
Didn't
to have
happen
to
on top of
forfeit
a bus.
What?
Not on top of a bus.
Not on top of a bus. No, I'm going to have to forfeit the $80. Will you tell the panel what your secret is, please?
I advertise in newspapers for a wife.
Here's what actually happened with this gentleman.
Did you get
Here's what
an
happened
answer?
to him. He tried to insert an ad in the papers, but they wouldn't accept it, but they did want a feature story on it, and you got how many answers?
Oh, over 500.
There were 500, and from them he chose the very charming Mrs. Mallet, and Mrs. Mallet is waiting off stage right now. I want you to see what can be accomplished by advertising. Hello, Mrs. Mallet. How are you? Nice to see you. Don't forget your $80. Thanks a lot.
How much does this ad cost?
I can only say that it certainly pays to advertise. Well, now, my friends, that is all the time we have for our guests and their secrets tonight. In just a moment, I will tell you about the famous celebrity who will be third-degreed by our panel on next week. Now, the next week at the same time, our panel will do their best to discover the secret which is being kept by Mr. Chester Morris. Other interesting people, too, will be on hand to try to baffle our experts. Until then, may I say good night to our panel, Mr. Bill Cullen, Miss Jane Meadows, Mr. Eddie Bracken, Miss Kitty Carlisle. And until we all meet here next week at the same time, then this will be Gary Morris saying bye-bye for all of us. Be very kind to each other, will you? Goodbye out there.